everyone, it's Holly, and today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to do clouds. Okay, so I'm using the Lunar blender again. Definitely hands down one of my favorite brushes. I use it for so many different techniques. Okay, it's shaped like a filbert, so it has a rounded tip, but the difference is it has a bristle hair mixed in. Okay, so we're using just a couple colors. I've got some white and I've got a little bit of blue and some black on my palette. Okay, so you can see right here, we're just gonna start with, I wet the brush first, tap off the excess water. Okay, and I'm gonna take a little bit of white, and the way that I load the brush is that I blend back and forth just to get rid of the excess paint, evenly distribute it on your brush, and then I always tap it off again just to make sure that I've got rid of all the water. Okay, so I basically wet the brush first just to kind of soften up the bristles a little bit, okay, and then I get rid of it. So I can achieve that nice whimsical wispy sort of stroke. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to start with the top part of the cloud. And I always hold the brush a little bit farther down, so right on the ferrule, the metal part of the brush. Rest your hand as much as you can so you have lots of control. Okay, and we're just gonna start with that sort of rounded, basically stroke like this. And you see, you get such a wispy kind of look. I just love it, and it's so great for clouds. Okay, so you can see I'm just kind of, doing that circular motion. It's got a really nice soft edge, kind of fluffy like a cloud. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep adding a few more little dashes. I'm really kind of scrubbing it in like this. And of course, you can do this on your blue background or a sunset or whatever you want. Okay, so I'm basically just kind of doing a circular or kind of crescent shape like this, okay, to get that cloud sort of started like that. Okay, right in here, I'm gonna add a little bit more paint. Okay, but every time I pick up paint, I always sort of blend off the excess like this. Okay, and then we're going to kind of come down and we're gonna fill it in like so. And you can add some other little clouds beside. There's always like some wispy little ones just sort of trailing around. Okay, like this. They get a little smaller as they come towards the horizon like this, but I'm just kind of scribbling and scumbling this in sort of crescent little shapes. Add a little bit more. Usually these clouds, they sort of have flat bottoms. Okay, and I'm nice and irregular. So sometimes they come up a little bit higher. Okay, but basically you just kind of keep adding as much as you want. So maybe there's another cloud up a little higher like this. And again, I'm just doing sort of kind of crescent shaped strokes. Okay, keeping it really nice and whimsical. You can see that there's no excess water in my brush. So it just kind of gives you that light and airy look. Okay, like so. And then if you want, you can add some other colors. If you wanted to add maybe a little bit more shadow in your cloud, you could take a little bit of even some blue. Like if you wanted to take a little bit of blue, I've got some Prussian blue here, like that, maybe a storm cloud, or you want to just even add a little touch of black for kind of a gray. Usually they have a little bit of shadow kind of on the bottom. You can just kind of scumble that in. Again, if it gets a little bit too dark, you can always take a little touch of white. And it's just to kind of add a little bit of shadowing at the bottom. Like so. But just a fun and easy way to do clouds.